It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. All right. So from a macro econ perspective, James, it sounds like your view is when you say like things are going to keep going up, you're talking prices, right? Not just like the stability of the economy necessarily, just that prices can't come down yet, even, and they might. I kind of wonder, like, will they ever? Can they ever? There's so much money out there that is just purchasing power parity, like just the cost of things goes up, but gas at $4 or $5 is going to be the same as it was at $3. Just everybody has so much more cash. It's just like pure inflation, right? Nobody's wealthier. Just everything just got the water.
But the average worker is not getting that kind of increase in salary though either. So I mean, I don't know
if they're working here. They are. We're sure it's out paying them more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in general, just as an overall macro level, I mean, if gas goes up 50%, 100%, and food, everything else, their salaries aren't going up more.
Disposable income sure as hell isn't going up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's what's going to be the kicker. And I think that's going to change a lot of people's mindset in the next 6 to 12 months. It's going to be more, how do we navigate through this? Or people are going to leave their job and start their own company because maybe that's the way it's going to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm just shocked that it hasn't, a recession hasn't hit already. And I think if COVID hadn't been here, I think we'd be having a much different discussion than we are right now, because that's what slowed down any recession that would have been otherwise here already.
Yeah, like it used it.
I mean, you can't print money the way we've printed money since like literally 2009. The Fed funds rate has been at literally under 1% since 2009-ish. That's unheard of. For people that don't remember, there were 20% mortgage rates in the 70s and the early 80s. Okay. Unemployment was double digits under Jimmy Carter. We were in gas lines. Those things happen in this country. And it's not, listen to the words I'm saying, gas prices through the roof, inflation through the roof. Okay. Interest rates have not gone up though. And the thing that gets me really, really nervous is that we've got the Fed is sitting here doing nothing with the interest rates, and they are banking on the pandemic controlling the monetary policy right now. And to me, that's a little absurd. So I would say that and I'm very optimistic, and that when I talk about things like this, but I'm telling you right now, I'm a little concerned about where we're going to be in about 2 years. And I don't know where that's going to be, but I've not felt like this since, quite a while.
Yeah. I don't know the timing of it, but I do know the signs of it. Yep. And in my experience, recessions versus, like consistent growth or bubbles or whatever you want to call them, it's all about stability. If consumers have a stable mindset, like the belief that something is going to stay consistent is what allows consumers to do what consumers do and like spend money and keep the economy churning. When consumers get nervous or concerned about where things are heading, like it's the same thing that drives the stock market up, right? It's the thought of where things are going to go is how stocks are priced. It's not what they earned last quarter. It's where the economy thinks they're going to be in the next quarter. And the same is true about, boom or bust or, recession or growth. It's really driven by consumer sentiment, right? If consumers are confident that the economy is going to keep going and they see the government and the monetary policy from the Fed doing things that are pro-growth and stable, it's easy for them to go borrow money and buy a house and do things, make big financial decisions. The minute that those consumers start feeling anxious about what's going on, and, these prices catching up with all the free money that these consumers just got is going to be a huge, like, oh God, where's this thing going? That has to have some sort of impact on the stability and be that. Now, I don't know if it's going to be 6 months from now or 6 years from now, but like business cycle wise, we're due for a recession, and it's usually a triggering event. James was talking about like, what's that event going to be? These prices continuing to go up because we know that this isn't done, as James pointed out. Like there's enough supply chain issues out there down the pipeline that we can't be done raising prices. And so at what point does consumer sentiment just go like, well, like, unless the government's going to keep sending me, like I'm still getting freaking checks from the damn government.
I know.
Because we have 2 kids. I just got a couple checks. It's like, dudes, like, what are we doing here? Like,
did you get that?
Quit sending me money, man. You know, Dan, you
gotta have some kids, James. You gotta spit out a couple kids. Trust me, it's not financially like it's worth it.
Yeah, not
financially worth it. Like a couple of checks for $300 here or there, but that's not the reason you would do it. That's not the reason. I'm not saying nobody's ever done that before and taken full advantage of whatever the government can give in that case. But I'm just saying it's not the impetus for that decision for you.